Hi guys, welcome to Code Bashers. Guys, in this video, I will be discussing the Cognizant Gen C interview experience. This interview experience is of a selected candidate. So guys, make sure that you do not skip any part of this question because the off-campus interviews are going on for the 2021 batch students. So guys, many of you will be having interviews in the coming weeks. So kindly watch this video till the end. Guys, if you are preparing for the Gen Z interview, then there are a lot of videos that I have already posted on my channel. You can see here 11 Gen Z interview experiences have been posted on my channel. So kindly visit each and every video. They will be really helpful for you while you are preparing for the interviews. So guys, if you are new to this channel, make sure to subscribe it as well as join my Telegram groups also. I am posting regular updates on different companies which are hiring as well as the questions which are getting asked in them. So guys, now let's start this video, and before starting a video, please hit the like button as well as the subscribe button for this channel. Guys, there is an update on Relevel. Relevel has launched two new tests in the domain of business analyst role and data analyst role. They have some amazing companies on board with packages up to 22 LPA. You have to sign up on the platform to check out all the companies like Cred, Upgrad, Razorpay, Yatra, etc. that are hiring from Relevel. You can even try out the free sample papers to access your skills for the test. You just need to score 150 marks in the first phase to qualify for the second phase, and after the second phase a 700 plus score lands you with interview, job opportunities and some amazing Relevel swags. There is no age or experience limit for eligibility. If you are 18 plus and you have your laptop, then you are eligible for this Relevel test. Their complete hiring is free and the complete hiring will take place in 15 days. So if you want to know more, the links are in the description box. Okay, so guys, the date of the interview was 23rd September 2021. The duration of the entire interview was 25 minutes and the branch of my friend was CSC. Okay, so the first question, as you all know, will be the introduce yourself. So guys, you have given many interviews till now, so you know that it will be a very important question for your interview. So kindly prepare this question very well. You can include all your skills like technical skills, you can include your projects, your internships, what have you your extracurricular activities, your hobbies, all these things you can include in your introduce yourself and can form the answer to 1 to 2 minute long. Okay, and please do not include anything in which you are not confident in, because if they will ask questions from there, then you won't be able to answer and it will be a very bad impression on the interviewer. So kindly make this a note. Okay, the next question was, tell me about about your projects listed in your resume. What was your role in the project? So again, for how you have to explain your project to the interviewer, I have made a dedicated video on my channel. I will give the video's link in the I button on the description box. Kindly visit that video. I have explained step by step guide that what all things you have to include in your project explanation and how you have to explain things to the interviewer with the real life example. And also in that video only, I have discussed the most commonly asked project related question that can be asked from which can be asked from your project. So kindly visit that video. It is only 10 to 15 minute long video. It will be really helpful for you while you are preparing for your projects. The links are in the description box as well as in the I button. Okay, the next question was, tell me about sorry, tell me about the Java OOPS concept. So guys, in any language there are four types of OOPS concepts only, that is encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. You must know each and every pillar of OOPS in detail with the real life example where they are used. So kindly, this is a very important question as per the interview. Again, for this video, for this question also, I have a dedicated video on my channel in which I have described each and every pillars of OOPS in detail and how you have to explain the things to the interviewer. So again, the links are in the description box as you all know. Okay, the next question was, explain interfaces. So guys, this entire interview was generally based on Java only because the candidate's resume consisted of Java projects, Java as a skill. So all these things are related. You must prepare your resume also very well because most of the questions will be from projects as well as the skills you have mentioned in your resume. So now explain interfaces. We all know that is an sorry, an interface in Java is a blueprint of a class. It has a static, constant and abstract methods. So what is an interface? It's just like in class, but we cannot form an object of interface, plus all the methods inside the interface are abstract. That is, no definition of those methods have been given to them while they are declared in the interface. Next important thing about interface is that using interface only we can implement the multiple inheritance in Java, because in C++ we can simply we can simply you can say implement the multiple inheritance using the virtual keyword. But in Java there is no virtual keyword, and the multiple inheritance takes place through interfaces, and interfaces are implemented by the classes to perform multiple inheritance. So I hope these things are clear to you, and this question is also clear to you. The next question is again a very good question, that is, what is the difference between abstract and interfaces? What are the difference between abstract classes and the interface? So the difference is, first of all, abstract class. See, in a class there are certain variables as well as there are certain methods. So abstract class is that class in which there are abstract class can have abstracts as well as non-abstract methods. Next is that interface can only have abstract methods, that is, the methods that are declared inside the interface cannot have definition with them, but the methods inside the abstract class can have definitions with them, as well as they are free to be abstract also, that is, they do not have definition with them. So this is the major difference between abstract class and interface. Now again, abstract class doesn't support multiple inheritance, I've just told, because there is no such thing as virtual keyword in Java, so therefore multiple inheritance is not supported in Java through classes, but interfaces do support multiple inheritance. So I hope these two differences are clear to you. These are the major difference between abstract class and interfaces, and whenever a difference is asked from you in an interview, kindly give at least 2 points of difference between them. Okay. Next is how to declare an interface. So yes, there can be certain syntax based coding they can ask you in an interview. So here you can see that interface, how an interface has been declared in Java and how it gets implemented. So first thing shows that how an interface is declared, and next thing shows that how an interface is, you can say, how an interface is implemented in the class. So I hope this question is also clear to you. Okay, so the next question was how the interfaces are used to achieve multiple inheritance. That is, what is there in interfaces that helps Java allows Java to implement multiple inheritance. So guys, for this there is a good article on tutorials point. I will try to give the link in the description box. Kindly read that how multiple inheritance has been implemented with the help of interfaces in Java. Okay, the next question was a slight coding question, and it is a very basic coding question that is asked in Cognizant. So there are 3 to 4 basic questions that are asked in Cognizant. If you want me to make basic questions video that are most commonly asked in Cognizant interview, whether it is Gen-C Next, Gen-C Pro, Gen-C Elevate or simple Gen-C, these coding questions are there fixed. If they ask 2 coding questions, then 1 coding questions will be out of the 4 basic questions that I am telling you. One is palindrome, one is Fibonacci series, and there are 2 more. I am not remembering their name, but they are very commonly asked in these Cognizant interviews. So if you want me, then I will surely make a video on them also. Okay, so there was a palindrome coding question. So here is an code for you. You can simply take the screenshot and see what is happening in the code. Okay, the last question of this interview was the aptly question. Again, in Gen-C and Gen-C Elevate, there are aptly questions which are asked. In Gen-C Next, there are not no aptly questions are asked that commonly, but in Gen-C Profile, they are asking aptly questions from every candidate, and at least as per the average 2 aptly questions are asked. So in this interview also 1 aptly question was asked, and it was based on ages. So in this video I have only covered the technical questions, because see, HR questions I have covered in many videos and they are repeating. Are you willing to relocate? Are you ready with night shifts? Are you aware of the bond? I know in Cognizant there is no bond, but these are the basic, or you can say commonly asked HR questions that I will not cover in different videos, and main things are technical questions which decides the entire interview. So I hope this video was helpful for you, and it will help you for preparing for your interviews. And guys, if you like the video, kindly subscribe this channel and show your support. Thank you for watching this video.